Yeah. It's great to be a Michigan Wolverine, man. Michigan goes on the road, destroys rival Michigan State 49-0. And you know what's crazy about this? Michigan State didn't even use signals. They didn't even use signals. 49-0. Yeah. How does it feel, Michigan State? How does it feel? Fifth largest margin of victory over Michigan State in this rivalry's history, which dates back all the way to 1898. I think one game we beat them by 55, one by 52, one by like 60 something. Back in like the early 1900s, we beat them by like 119-0 or something like that. Those are like completely different time periods. In the modern era, this is the largest margin of victory. This is the first shutout over Michigan State since we beat him in 2000, 14-0. 49-0 is the final score here. Michigan, from start to finish, dominated this game. From start to finish, we scored on what? Our first 3 drives off on offense? Pretty good. It's pretty good, man. It was 28-0 at halftime. It could have been 35, but I think, was it Blake Corum or was it Donovan Edwards? One of them wasn't set, and they threw the flag, and there was less than 10 seconds left, and they ended up, there was a 10-second runoff. We went into halftime. It would have been 35-0 at halftime, but it's all right. 49-0 at halftime. Michigan State's terrible, by the way. I understand that, but Michigan looks really, really, really good. Defense held Michigan State to 190 total yards. I think Michigan had like 477 or something like that. We had more passing yards than they had total. J.J. McCarthy had his first 4-touchdown game of his career. It's 18 total touchdowns on the year to 3 interceptions. I think he went, I don't remember his exact completion to attempt ratio, but he had close to 300 yards passing. He ran the ball a little bit. Blake Corum and Donovan Edwards weren't like giant, the run game wasn't like a big deal in this game. They did what they needed to do. Blake Corum did have a touchdown run in this game. Roman Wilson had a touchdown catch for the first touchdown. A.J. Barner, our backup tight end, ended up being our leading receiver. He had like 8 receptions for 99 yards and a touchdown. Very good. Very good job. Our defensive line played like 10 different guys today. We look really good once again. And thank goodness, finally, we have a game where we don't look weak in the first half and we end up dominating the whole way through. We did that against Nebraska, but then we had a couple of games against Minnesota and Indiana where we had some slow starts. Not in this game. We went out there with a mission and dominated this game. So, yeah. Michigan's on a bye week next week. And then we got to get ready for Purdue on November 4th. We're heading into the final stretch here. Michigan's 8-0 on the year. And like I said, we dominated this game 49-0. This is the first shutout victory on the road, I believe, since 2016 when we did it against Rutgers. We beat them 78-0 in that one. I'm sorry if I sound a little congested or a little weird. I'm dealing with either a cold or I've got allergies. I've been coughing, sneezing, runny nose, congestion, all of that. And I feel pretty terrible, honestly. So, despite that, nothing can ruin my mood because this was an amazing game. This is like best case scenario right now, a shutout victory over Michigan State. I don't really care about getting a shutout at the end of the day. I mean, if they would have scored at the end, I wouldn't have really cared all that much. But, I'll take the shutout. I'm never going to complain about holding our opponent to 0 points. See what I mean? But yeah, Michigan's on a bye week next week, so we're going to get a week off to kind of relax and not have to worry about Michigan and just kind of watch everyone else play. But we're 8-0 on the season. 4 more games to go. We got Purdue, Penn State, Maryland, Ohio State, obviously, to finish out the year. So our toughest games are ahead of us, but we look really, really good. Defense played really good in this game. Offense played really good in this game, and even special teams did okay. We had 2 interceptions in this game. One of them was a 72-yard pick 6 by Mike Sanderstill. Fantastic. He did that earlier in the year, I believe against UNLV, if I'm not mistaken. And then the other pick was by McBurrows in the fourth quarter, or I think the third or fourth quarter. Backup guy. He was the guy that actually got beat up in the tunnel last year against from Michigan State players. So he kind of got his revenge a little bit. He got the pick in this game. I think that's awesome. It all comes full circle. Michigan's on a run, man. We're on a happy mission right now, and hopefully we can finish out the year with doing what we need to do and go out there and win the game. But yeah, Michigan wins. Michigan wins 49-0. And you won't see a post-game video next week. I won't, because Michigan won't be playing. We're on a much-deserved bye week next Saturday. So, thanks for coming, Michigan State. You clowns. Bunch of clowns over there. Was the reason why they were considering forfeiting the game? Was it really because they were afraid about their signs being stolen, or was it because they thought they were going to get destroyed in this game, or they knew they were going to get destroyed in this game? Well, one, they did get destroyed, so they were right about that one, if that's what it was. 2, if it was about the sign stealing, well, it made no difference either way. We were going to win this game regardless. And that's what I've been telling people this whole week. I haven't made a video about it. I haven't talked about that situation. But Michigan's going to win these games regardless if we're scouting other teams or not. Do you think we need to scout against Indiana? Do you think we need to scout against Rutgers? Do you think we need to scout against Minnesota? No, we don't. Why did we? I mean, I don't know. It's nothing's been proven. We'll find out about it. I don't think it's gonna hinder our season, but yeah, I mean, we have yet to find out. We'll find out about it. It could be months, could be a long time before we know anything about it. They do take their time with the stuff like this. The NCAA does. So, but yeah, Michigan gets the win. I could not be happier. 49-0 on the road, bye week, and then on to Purdue.